Hello and welcome to Coffee with Carey. Thank you so much for stopping by today for, you probably saw the title, episode 2 of Conversation Starters. I'm going to give you a few more things to jot down in your phone, in your notes, that you can look at prior to stepping in on a first or second date, when you just need to have a backup plan to have something to say should you hit a dead zone or you find that you're off on the wrong track and need to realign the conversation to a different place than where you were headed. There's lots of reasons that you might want a conversation starter. Also, they help you learn things about person that are not just your typical first date questions. It gets you to a place where you know more about them more quickly. And I think that's always a good thing, right? So if you're new here, I'm Carey. I'm a matchmaker and a dating coach here in the Chicago area. This is my channel I created for those of us over 50 who are going through our 50s for the first time, all new to us. We don't know what to do differently or how to handle certain things that we haven't done in a long time, especially in the dating world. And being out there dating is, to be kind, I'll just use the word different than it was the first time around. But there's lots of things in play now that make it a strange experience, the dating apps being one of them. And these people that we're dating being a little older than they were last time around and having had a whole lifetime of experiences under their belt that can change their outlook. And I love the idea that these conversation starters can take us to level 2 of dating. So if this is interesting to you, keep on watching, because here we are with 3 conversation starters for episode 2. Number 1, what is your perfect New Year's Eve celebration? Wouldn't you like to know how you would be spending New Year's Eve for years to come? I think it's a good one. New Year's Eve means a lot of different things to different people. There are the party people who are out there all the time. I used to play in a band and we would always be working on New Year's Eve, whether it was in a big nightclub where tons of people would come to dance at 10 o'clock till 4 in the morning, or it was a whole hotel lovely thing with dinner and dancing and people were staying there to be safe overnight at the hotel. But lots of people out there celebrating in a big way. And the one night that we didn't have a job that year, we took it off. We stayed home and we had champagne at midnight, but a steak dinner with a lovely bottle of red, and just talked throughout the evening quietly, knowing that we weren't battling the crowds or the snow here in Chicago. One year it was so icy that I couldn't park my car to go into the New Year's party because I kept sliding out of my parking space. Are you out there with the crowds? And what does he like to do? Does that go well with what you think is the perfect New Year's celebration for you? Interesting, right? I thought so. Number 2, if you were going to be famous, what would you like to be famous for? Am I ending a sentence with a preposition? Does that even matter anymore? Would you like to be a famous painter or an artist or the person who figured out how to cure cancer or save our environment? Good one. What would you like to be famous for? On to number 3. And number 3 would be in the same vein as how do you like to spend your New Year's Eve? What does a typical Sunday look like for you? You know, some people use their Sundays to clean their house and get organized and run out and get the grocery shopping done and do all that kind of stuff, prepare for the week. Other people like to think of it as the second day to their awesome Saturday and they do fun stuff. Other people midway think of it, it's a day to get to the movies in the cool weather months like we're in now. Different people have very different opinions of what a Sunday is supposed to look like. Are you up and at 'em at 7 a.m. just like during the week, or do you like to sleep until 10? If you were cohabitating perhaps with this person and you were maybe married to them, what if they want to get up at 7 and go for a bike ride and you want to just have your first cup of coffee at 10 o'clock and then lollygag till noon and then, you know, do a little antiquing in the afternoon, and they want to be out running a 5K race on Sundays. That's when they do that once a month. You don't know until you ask. So ask. That's a good conversation starter. And since we're here, I've got a bonus conversation starter for our episode 2, and that is If you could live to be 100 years old, guaranteed, would you rather retain the mind of a 30-year-old throughout those last 70 years, or the body of a 30-year-old for those last 70 years? I say last 70 years, it's a pretty good last, right? It's a good long time. So which would be more important to hang on to, the mind or the body? The youth of which of those would be more important to him? It's an interesting question to ask. It's an interesting question to ponder, which is why I threw it in here for number 4. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. While you're poking around on my channel, could you please subscribe so that you will come back here, and that ring bell button, if you push on that, will let you know every time I upload a new video. And that would be awesome, because I look forward to seeing you again. And until then, thank you and have a good one.